Now to midterm elections. Just into the newsroom, new polling shows that Ohio's Senate race is in a dead heat. The survey from Emerson College and The Hill shows Republican nominee J.D. Vance has 46% support, while Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan has 45%. Obviously, that's within the margin of error. We also have an eye on Wisconsin's Senate debate today. Republican Senator, the incumbent Ron Johnson, will take on Democratic challenger Mandela Barnes, who trails in the polls. And tomorrow, NewsNation will be the only place that you can watch the highly anticipated Georgia Senate debate nationally. We have team coverage from the campaign trail this morning from Kelly Meyer and Kelsey Kernstein. Kelly joins us first from Atlanta. Good morning, Kelly.
Hey, good morning, Mitch. Well, it's a tight race here in Atlanta. You know, we've been watching this race for weeks now, and there's really been a shakeup here in recent weeks. Herschel Walker facing these alleged allegations of paying for an ex-girlfriend's abortion. He was on the field, on the campaign trail on Tuesday, but we haven't really seen him since then as he's prepping for the debate. So there's been a lot of questions of where's Walker, but he's not doing any campaign events until Friday night as he faces off against Democratic candidate Raphael Warnock. We caught up with him last night at an event that he was focusing on the Latino vote. We will get to that in a second. But going back to that shakeup in the race, a lot of attention from the media and national attention on that report in the Daily Beast alleging that Walker had paid for an ex-girlfriend's abortion. These are allegations that Walker denies, and the support from national Republicans standing behind him, as well as his supporters, they are not shaken up by this. They say that Walker is focusing on the issues. They don't want to hear about the personal life or the drama. They just want to see what he could get done for them in the Senate. They were also talking about Christian Walker, some voters saying that it wasn't so much the allegations that they heard about him paying for the ex-girlfriend's abortion. It's what Christian Walker, his son, said, saying that he called his dad a liar following his denial of these claims, saying that he's not the family man that he says he is. Now, Raphael Warnock didn't touch on these allegations during the event last night. Again, as we said, focused on Latino voters. This is an area where Republicans have been making inroads in recent years. But Warnock was asked about not addressing the allegations that his opponent has been facing throughout this campaign. Take a listen.
In your speech, you didn't mention or reference your opponent, Herschel Walker, and the many allegations against him and his abortions. Why not?
Listen, I think that, first of all, there are a lot of them. I'm not sure which ones you're referring to. But I'm focused on the job that the people of Georgia hired me to do. And I think at the end of the day, the contrast, the deep differences between me and him will be exceedingly clear.
And the stage is set for tomorrow night. And what's going to be interesting is you have Warnock. He's already an incumbent senator, and he's a pastor, so he preaches weekly here at the church that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. preached at as well. He's the incumbent senator, as he said, so he's already used to debating on the Senate floor. Walker, we really haven't seen in a setting like this before. The experience he has is on the football field as a former football player and a football star here in Georgia, so it'll be interesting to see what he brings to the debate stage and what kind of game he brings there tomorrow night.
Herschel Walker has godlike status there in Georgia. I can't wait to see how this election goes down. Kelly Meyer in Atlanta today. Thank you very much for that. Now, remember, NewsNation is the exclusive network home of the Georgia Senate debate. You can tune in Friday, October 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern for Debate Night in America, hosted by Leland Bittert, live from Savannah, Georgia. Afterward, Chris Cuomo has live analysis and reaction only on NewsNation.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.